After 60, your body starts playing by different rules. If you are over 60, there are certain changes happening inside your body that you may never see in the mirror. Your muscles can gradually become weaker. Your bones may become more vulnerable. Blood vessels may become less flexible. Blood sugar can become harder to control. And something as simple as getting out of a chair, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or maintaining your balance can slowly become more difficult. But here is the important part. Getting older does not mean you should simply accept becoming weaker every year. Some of the most powerful things you can do for healthy aging are surprisingly simple. They don't require an extreme diet. They don't require expensive treatments. And they certainly don't require you to spend your entire day exercising. Instead, there are 5 habits that can influence what happens to your muscles: heart, brain, gut, metabolism, and energy as you age. And when these habits work together, something important happens. You are not simply trying to live longer. You are protecting your ability to remain independent. Imagine being able to walk confidently, prepare your own meals, travel, play with your grandchildren, carry your groceries, and continue doing the things you love years from now. That is what healthy aging is really about. And stay with me, because one of the habits we will discuss later in this video happens while you are doing absolutely nothing. Yet ignoring it can affect your energy, concentration, appetite, and physical recovery. Let's begin with something many adults over 60 underestimate. Protein number 2. Habit number 1. Protect your muscles with protein-rich foods. Think of your muscles like a retirement account. Throughout your younger years, you are constantly making deposits you want. You climbed the stairs. You lifted things. You worked. You exercised. But as the years pass, preserving that muscle becomes increasingly important. Muscle is not just something bodybuilders need. Your muscles help you stand up from a chair. They stabilize your knees and hips. They help protect you when you lose your balance. They allow you to climb stairs, and they play an important role in how your body handles glucose from the bloodstream. That is why nutrition after 60 should not focus only on eating less. It should focus on eating better. And protein deserves special attention. Protein provides amino acids, small building blocks your body uses to maintain and repair. Good choices can include eggs, fish, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, poultry, beans, lentils, tofu, soy foods, nuts, and seeds. The National Institute on Aging specifically emphasizes getting adequate protein throughout the day to help maintain muscle, and recommends a variety of sources including seafood, dairy, fortified soy foods, beans, peas, and lentils. But here is where many people make a mistake. They eat almost no meaningful protein at breakfast, very little at lunch, and then they try to eat nearly all of it at dinner. A more practical approach is to include a protein source at multiple meals throughout the day. For example, breakfast could include eggs with vegetables or Greek yogurt with berries and walnuts. Lunch might include lentils, beans, chicken, tuna, or tofu. Dinner could include salmon with vegetables or another lean protein. Combined with whole foods, you do not need to obsess over numbers at every meal. The goal is consistency. Look at your plate and ask yourself, where is my protein? And there is another important piece of this puzzle. Eating protein gives your muscles building material, but your body still needs a reason to use that material. That brings us to habit number 2. Number 3. Habit number 2. Give your muscles a reason to stay. Imagine owning a beautiful house, but never performing any maintenance. Eventually, things begin to deteriorate. Muscle behaves in a similar way. If your body rarely needs strength, it has less reason to preserve strength. This is why movement becomes so important after 60. Walking is excellent, but walking alone does not provide every type of physical challenge your body needs. Older adults benefit from a combination of aerobic activity, muscle strengthening activity, and exercises that challenge balance. Current CDC guidance for adults 65 and older recommends aerobic activity, muscle strengthening activity on at least 2 days each week, and regular balance activities, while emphasizing that people should adapt activity to their abilities and health conditions. Strength training does not necessarily mean lifting extremely heavy weights. It could mean resistance bands, light dumbbells, bodyweight movements, or something as simple as carefully practicing standing up from a chair. When your muscles encounter resistance, they receive a signal. That signal essentially says, we still need this tissue. And now combine that with the protein from the previous section. Nutrition supplies the building materials. Exercise supplies the signal. This combination is one of the most important strategies for maintaining physical function as you age. Balance matters too. A person can have a strong heart and still lose independence after a serious fall. Simple balance exercises performed safely near something sturdy. If necessary, can help train coordination and stability. The National Institute on Aging also highlights strength, balance, and flexibility as important components of physical activity for older adults. And regular activity does much more than strengthen muscle. The CDC reports benefits related to cardiovascular health, blood pressure, bone health, balance, sleep, brain health, and maintaining independence. So if you have been sedentary, do not think, I need to become an athlete. Think, I need to become slightly more active than I was yesterday. A short walk, a few controlled chair stands. some resistance band exercises. Small actions repeated consistently can become powerful habits. And now we need to talk about what goes on the rest of your plate, because protein is important. But protein alone cannot provide everything an aging body needs. Cuatro. Habit number 3, make your plate look like a garden picture to dinner plates. The first plate is mostly refined carbohydrates, processed meat, fried food, and very little color. The second contains leafy greens, tomatoes, broccoli, berries, beans, avocado, whole grains, perhaps some salmon or another quality protein. Both plates contain calories, but biologically, they are very different. Your body does not simply count calories, it responds to nutrients. Vegetables and fruits provide vitamins, minerals, fiber, and many naturally occurring plant compounds. Beans and lentils provide fiber plus plant protein. Whole grains can provide additional fiber and nutrients. Nuts and seeds provide healthy fats and minerals. And fiber is especially important because it reaches your digestive system and interacts with the enormous community of microorganisms living in your gut. Your gut microbiota participates in digestion and metabolism, and the overall quality of your diet can influence that environment. Fiber-rich foods can also support digestive regularity and help with cholesterol management. Naya Nutrition Guidance encourages older adults to eat a variety of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and other nutrient-dense foods, while limiting excessive added sugars, saturated fat, and sodium. There is also a practical advantage to colorful foods. They can replace foods that deliver large amounts of calories, sodium, or added sugar without providing the same nutritional value. Try something simple. At lunch and dinner, look at your plate. If everything is beige or brown, ask, where is the color? Add spinach, broccoli, peppers, tomatoes, berries, beans, carrots, or another fruit or vegetable you enjoy. You don't need 12 different superfoods. You need variety over time. And if chewing, chopping, or preparing fresh produce is difficult, frozen vegetables and fruits can also be practical options when they contain minimal added sugar, sauces, or excessive sodium. One more detail matters after 60. Some nutrients can become particularly important to monitor with age. The National Institute on Aging notes vitamin B2 as one nutrient older adults may need to pay attention to and suggests discussing supplementation with a healthcare professional when appropriate. Food should be your daily foundation, not perfection, not fear. Not a complicated list of forbidden foods. Build meals around foods your body can actually use. Now we come to something even simpler. Water. Number 5. Habit number 4. Don't wait until you feel desperately thirsty. Water may be one of the least exciting things in your kitchen, But inside your body, it is essential. Your blood contains water. Your digestive system depends on fluid. Your kidneys use water as part of the process of filtering waste. Your cells depend on a stable fluid environment. And when you do not drink enough, dehydration can contribute to symptoms such as dry mouth, dizziness, weakness, and a rapid heart rate. The problem is that some older adults may not drink consistently throughout the day. Coffee in the morning, maybe a small drink with lunch. Then hours pass without much fluid. Instead of waiting until the end of the day, make hydration visible. Keep water where you can see it. Have some with meals. Drink before and after physical activity. Include hydrating foods such as fruit, vegetables, soups, and yogurt when appropriate. The National Institute on Aging advises older adults to drink water throughout the day to help maintain hydration and support digestion and nutrient absorption. But there is an important medical exception. Some people with heart failure, advanced kidney disease, or other conditions may be instructed to limit fluids. So if your doctor has given you a specific fluid restriction, follow that individualized advice rather than a general recommendation from a video. For everyone else, the lesson is simple. Do not make hydration something you remember only after you already feel exhausted. Make it part of your routine. A glass in the morning, water with meals, water after walking or exercising. Small habits are easier to sustain than trying to compensate all at once. And now we reach the habit many people sacrifice first. They improve their diet. They exercise, they take supplements, but they ignore what happens at night, says. Habit number 5, treat sleep like part of your health plan at night. Your body does not simply switch off. Your brain remains incredibly active. Your nervous system changes state. Hormones follow daily rhythms. Your body performs repair and recovery processes. And the next morning, the quality of your sleep can influence how alert, energetic, and focused you feel. Older adults still need substantial sleep. According to the National Institute on Aging, most older adults need approximately 7 to 9 hours per night, even though sleep patterns often change with age. You may go to bed earlier, wake more frequently during the night, but repeatedly sleeping poorly should not simply be dismissed with, "I'm old now." Poor sleep can sometimes be connected with medications, pain, insomnia, sleep apnea, or other medical problems. If you constantly wake exhausted, fall asleep unintentionally during the day, snore heavily, or struggle with persistent insomnia, that is worth discussing with a healthcare professional. For everyday sleep hygiene, begin with your routine. Try going to bed and waking at roughly consistent times. Keep your bedroom comfortable. Avoid large meals immediately before bed. Be cautious with caffeine late in the day. Reduce bright screens close to bedtime if they interfere with your ability to relax. Think of sleep as the overnight partner of everything else we have discussed. You provide protein during the day. You challenge your muscles. You nourish your body with whole foods. You stay hydrated. Then you give your body time to recover. Healthy aging is not created by one miracle ingredient. It is created by systems working together. And that brings us to the most important message of this entire video. The real secret to staying strong after 60. If you remember only one thing from this video, remember this: your daily routine is sending messages to your body every day. When you eat adequate protein, you provide materials your body can use to maintain tissue. When you challenge your muscles, you'll remind your body that strength is still necessary. When you eat vegetables, fruits, beans, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and other nutrient-rich foods, you provide your cells with nutrients and fiber that highly processed foods often lack. When you stay appropriately hydrated, you support many basic physiological functions. And when you protect your sleep, you give your body and brain the opportunity to recover. None of these habits sounds miraculous. And that is exactly the point. Healthy aging is rarely about one miracle food. It is about doing ordinary things consistently enough that they produce extraordinary results over time. You cannot control your age, but there are many things you can influence about how you age. Start small. Maybe tomorrow morning you add a meaningful protein source to breakfast. Maybe you take a 15-minute walk. Maybe you add vegetables to lunch. Maybe you finally keep that glass of water beside you. Maybe tonight you turn off the television a little earlier and give yourself a real opportunity to sleep. One habit becomes two. Two become three. And eventually, what once required effort becomes your normal way of living. Your goal after 60 should not simply be adding years to your life. It should be protecting life inside those years. Strength, movement, mental clarity, energy, confidence, and independence. If this video helped you understand your body a little better, please click the like button. It helps YouTube share this information with more people who may need it. Subscribe to Healthy Fruits and turn on notifications because we publish practical, science-based videos about nutrition, healthy aging, and the foods that can support your body as the years go by. And share this video with someone over 60 who wants to remain strong and independent. Finally, tell me in the comments, which of these 5 habits do you already practice every day? Protein, exercise, colorful whole foods, hydration, or better sleep? And which one will you start improving today? I'll see you in the next Healthy Fruits video.